Hi everybody. Coming up today on Between Friends, we are going to introduce you to some alternative candidates for governor, not least of which is this man who is being covered with shaving cream by some of the Twins players. That's right, that's Jeff Passolt, our own KARE 11 guy, and he's going to, I guess, declare his candidacy and tell us what he stands for. You may have seen his signs on some of the lawns around
That's
town.
right, Jeff is a very popular guy, and also we're going to talk about the third annual Twin Cities Children's Film Festival with a nice guy named Jerome Wallen from the University Film Society. We'll take a look at some appropriate movies for children right here today in Between Friends.
And there is a new book out. It is called Sexual Recovery. We are going to speak with its author and find out if you are a sexual codependent and how to get past that.
And Dr. Robert Ballard, the man who discovered the Titanic several years ago, has now discovered that famed dreadnought of the German Navy in World War II, the Bismarck. He'll tell us about the ship, its history, its design, how it was destroyed, that and more on Between Friends.
Gosh, you know, I've got all this equipment on my back, and I was kind of running along and hoping not to, you know, your microphone and everything.
Yeah, you've got a different splash of election red. I've got a little hanky today.
That's nice. I got in the mood, and I don't know, you know, this whole governor's thing has been, hasn't it been a little embarrassing as Minnesotans? This is not the way we generally behave in our elections, is it? No, it's kind of not our, it's not our style. They're saying no.
Well, it's certainly given a lot of fuel for other candidates that we'll be talking about today, and it should be very interesting.
Yeah, we will be. We're talking about other candidates. If you drive around the Twin Cities, you see lots of those lawn signs, and we have a friend of ours who talked us into putting his sign on our lawn, which is okay because we endorse him as a candidate. And I know a lot of people this weekend were talking about who they were going to vote for. Are you going to divulge who you're going to vote for? Or are you going to keep that private?
I think I'll keep that private just because we are on television, but I definitely have a firm opinion. I'm a little upset because, as you know, last week we announced our candidacy on the independent broadcasting ticket. The people had spoken, and we tried to get some kind of a petition drive going, and nothing happened.
I don't know. He says we tried to get. I was not.
Well, Corbin was off.
Although he was making me governor.
And I was lieutenant governor. I mean, I'm a Renaissance guy.
And I kind of like that. I was going to paint, you know, the whole Capitol sort of a pink, kind of fuchsia sort of a tone, and make
home decorators in every home.
Kind of do something new, but yeah. What'd you do this weekend?
Very domestic. Laundry. Did some shopping. Threw a couple of Presto logs on the fire.
Do you separate the whites and the colors?
Oh yeah, very much. Oh yeah, color. Oh yeah, downy fabric, everything.
Do you use bleach?
Oh yeah,
That's
very good at it. Yeah, laundry's a very strong area for me. I love to do my laundry. Don't know what that means.
You want to do mine? If you love to do it so much.
Okay, I'll come over. It's $5 a load. Okay. Plus you provide the Clorox.
No problem. No problem.
Our next guest is a guy that probably doesn't have to do his laundry because he is so popular. What a segue. You may be familiar with KARE 11's sports reporter and anchor and local boy made good, Jeff Passolt. He is also the morning KQRS sports anchor and reporter. And the people did speak for Jeff Passolt. He has thrown his hat into the gubernatorial ring. And if you're not sure about who he is, here's a look at Jeff Passolt in action.
The saga began 2 weeks ago, the Twins clinching the American League Championship in Detroit. But in the process, a reporter, just trying to do his job, got doused.
Jeez. I'm going to keep doing this because people want to hear from you, Don. You need a horse? But you've been down this road, Sue. I can't even talk. Interview you? Yeah, go ahead.
He never lost his cool. Please welcome Jeff Passolt. Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
Have a seat.
Okay.
Oh.
That was good. I bet your skin never felt so smooth after
I'll tell you
all
what,
of
I
that.
actually had a problem with my nose, all of that menthol shaving cream up my nose, and a little bit of champagne. And some
But you never lost your cool.
Couldn't lose our cool. We're live on the air. That's what live TV is all about,
did
isn't
a
it?
heck of a job.
It's hard to believe that was 3 years ago now.
I know. It's so fresh in our
Over
minds because we all lived it with them,
Yeah.
didn't we? We all went through it.
And oh,
we're
how
so-
times have changed.
Yeah, isn't that the
We won't
truth?
get into that.
No, that is absolutely the truth.
Your story is a very interesting one. You grew up right here in St. Louis Park, and right within a mile of the station.
Just about,
Did
yeah.
you ever think that you'd be working here as an adult after college?
Never really. Maybe after college I started to get the sense that it might happen, but as I was growing up, I never knew I'd be in TV. I was involved in sports and
You were a big
doing
hockey
that
player.
whole thing. Played hockey, but
Yeah.
played a lot of sports through grade school, junior high, high school, into college, and thought that maybe I could do something sports-wise. And when I saw that wasn't going to happen, I thought, well, the next best thing might be broadcasting, sports broadcasting in particular. And so
Well, when you were at
It worked
St.
out.
Cloud, you were the second leading scorer in the history of the school.
when I was, after I left there, I was second in scoring. I think I'm fourth now and slowly going down as the better players get up there in the program.
That's okay, though.
continues
After a
to
few
grow.
years, you turn into kind of an all-pro, all-American kind of
Oh,
guy.
the stories have really improved over the
the
last few years. Yeah, we played a
All-pro.
tougher schedule back then, things like that.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I think about people who do sports, and so much of it takes place at night and on the weekends
Yeah.
and whatever. Is that really hard on your
It's
family?
a demanding schedule. I have a wife and a 4-year-old daughter, and they sacrifice a lot, and we try and make it work around that schedule. And I don't get many opportunities to see the rest of my immediate family, even though they're so close, because there's almost always something going on now. There's never an off time in the world of sports. And let's face it, sports news has become more than just scores and highlights. There's a lot of personal problems that these people go through, or else just interesting things in their personal life that we cover as well. So it takes a lot of your time, but I enjoy it.
Well, you're obviously very busy with your sports duties on KQRS in the morning on the
Yeah.
radio, and here as possibly the next governor of the state of Minnesota, Jeff Passolt. We have heard about a chicken in every pot. Are you going to call? Is it going to be a touchdown every quarter for the Vikes? What is your sports connection?
We basically have said that we're going to put a retractable roof on the Metrodome if we get in there. We're going to do whatever we can to make that happen, and also get a pro sports team with a winning record. That could be kind of pushing it, but we're going to work on that.
Timberwolves could have a shot.
Yeah, they're 1-1 right now. The North Stars are hot. The Vikings win a game. Maybe they get a winning streak going here. So
Unbelievable.
We'll see what
They
happens.
won last time.
Do people come up to you and talk to you if you're out in a mall or something and get into this thing about being a candidate, or do they think that you're not serious?
I've heard a lot of people telling me that they're supporting me. I was at the Timberwolves game on Friday night down at the Target Center, and a lot of people came up and said, "We're going to vote for you." I said, "Thanks, I need your help." So they're pretty
Now,
serious about it, from what
didn't-
I could tell.
Didn't Mark Rosen, wasn't he a candidate?
Yeah.
And he got like 8,000 votes.
6% of the vote or something.
Over, I
right?
think
Yeah.
it was 3 or 4, something like that, but 8,200 some votes, and we figured why not do the same thing. I always say that Fran Tarkenton didn't invent the pass, but he sure did use it pretty good.
Sure did.
So we're going to try and do the same thing.
Well, especially in light of what's going on and the trauma and tragedy of Minnesota politics.
Yeah, I
this
really
season.
didn't think I could make much of a mockery of the process after what it's been through now. So.
Somebody told me that you do impressions of, you do what, like
Oh,
Lou Holtz and...
This is how I really got started. My brother owned a theater in Hopkins, a little theater. They showed old-time movies. And while they were threading the projector, they needed somebody to fill time, so they'd push me up there in front of the crowd when I was 15, 16 years old. And we'd kick around one voice or another just while we were sitting around at home, so my brother pulled me in to do that. And one thing led to another, and I guess I have an ear for it in a way. So, for example,
Oh, we'd love to
you
hear
could talk about certain football coach who has a team that's pretty hot right now. They came off a big win over Navy yesterday, and I'd say they're probably #1 in the country when the rankings come out later this afternoon.
Very good. Boy, that is hopes to a T. And
great.
also, you do the recently departed
Oh,
Sammy Davis
yeah,
Jr.
That's sad. I need glasses, so Don, give me your glasses quick here. Don Middlestat's going to get the assist here.
Thank you,
Okay.
Don.
When you do Sammy, you can't be sitting down. You can start out sitting down and say, "Thank you, man. Thank you. I know we didn't rehearse it, but can I do a song?"
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, babe. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by that funky choir. And folks, those cats dressed up like Eskimos. Cha-conka, chonka-conk, John Rhodes in the orchestra. I was a hit around the campfire up at the cabin all summer long. You know.
That's funny.
Very, very good.
Well, we wish you all the best
We're going to need it.
in
Thank
your,
you.
in your endeavors.
24 hours to go. We're not, we're not giving up the fight. I know we trail in the polls and everything, but we're going to see if we can pull this thing out.
But you can probably beat Prince, you think? You feel confident in that?
Well, don't even worry about him. It's those other two guys. What are their names again? I forgot.
I don't know.
It changes so often.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up,
changes.
isn't it?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Really?
All right.
Oh.
Nice to see you. When we come back, we're going to find out about a few other candidates for governor that you might not have thought about.
That was great.